Hey guys, how's everybody? I hope you're well. I'd shown a little video last night showing where I was at on this, I guess it's a 272 build, but we are using 50mm top end on it off of a 66. We're going to use that intake track, and I have a few different carburetors here. We'll just have to see which one of them's any good or not. I've got a 61 carb here. They are a little smaller, but honestly I think it'll feed this saw just fine. And I've got a brand new 272 carb and everything that I bought for another project, so may end up going that route as well, but we'll just have to see where the build takes us. But right now where we're at, as you can see, you know, she's looking like a saw. Fresh new bottom end. I ain't never gonna call a bottom end blow proof. They can all blow. This should be pretty strong. It should handle some abuse. Pretty decent looking handle. It's got all the OEM AV bushings in it. All of them look good. Got a pretty nice handlebar. It is a 272 flywheel case half on it. I've got new 272 top plastic and a not a bad looking 272 recoil cover to go on it, as well as new ignition components as well. But where we're at, I picked up a 266 piston from the Duke. You know, we like his pistons. It's moly coated. It is the full circled piston with the windows in it. The 266 XP top end, my brain kind of had a spasm there for a second. So far all I've done, there's no base gasket in it. I'm just trying to get a assessment of where we're at and what we're going to do. There's no port on this for a decomp at all. I don't want to go real stupid crazy with the compression. I don't know how tough the recoil and the starter pawls are on these. I just have no idea. We will do a little bit of band work on it when we get into that in the next video. I don't really know what all I'm going to show or what I'm not, but we'll do some squish band work. I have checked. I don't think I'm going to run into any clearance issues with the carburetor and the carb tray. To my understanding, on some of the other saws you do. With this 266 cylinder, I don't think that's going to be an issue at all, but I don't plan on dropping things down super far anyway, because mainly all I want to do is clean up the squish band and cut enough material to slip a gasket in. I don't really want to glue it because I don't really like how the impulse feeds on these cylinders, but this thing has some pretty killer timing numbers right out of the box, and I've triple and quadruple checked this thing to make sure it's set up right. Took all the numbers at the earliest point I could take them, and you know, Huskies never cease to amaze me. There's a reason a lot of guys prefer to port them, or like Huskies over certain other saws, and that goes back to there's certain saws you absolutely just have to do something to bump the compression up to get them to run to their full potential. We ain't gonna get into that. There'll be people disagree with it, but I've gotten to where I really don't care about that. If somebody thinks what I'm telling you is garbage, that's fine. That's their opinion. I just wish they wouldn't spit it out and say it, you know, to 30 or 40,000 people. Everybody just keep their opinions to themselves and show what they know and show their saws out in the wood. You know, the saw community would be a lot better place. But anyway, where we're at, the tightest place squish is on this 22 thousandths, and that's right against the cylinder liner or the plating. And the plating on this does go all the way to the band, which most OEM jugs do. I could really cut the crap out of that band if I wanted to, I believe, but it's got a pretty wide band. I may pull you guys off the tripod here at the end of this, give you a look at what's going on. pretty wide band, a D-shaped combustion chamber. Squish is varying from like 22, say, out to 26 as it gets out toward the chamber. It's just the unevenness of the squish band. I guess that's what you could call it. The earliest I could check on this, it's opening at 107. That's like the least little bitty sliver of light coming through. The upper is 129 and the intake 70. Those are really good numbers to work off of. If you were trying to copy this, use that same piston, same cylinder, and wanted to just do like what we call a simple mods port or simple woods port, as long as you didn't go stupid and raise your exhaust roof real high, you could come up with a pretty strong running saw just by ditching the base gasket and just doing some simple little tweaks to that cylinder. I'm that guy that thinks that, and you know, again, this goes back to every builder is going to speak differently. I'm not going to say one way's wrong or the other, but a short stroked saw is going to benefit a little more from a little lower exhaust roof. Go back to the How to Port series where I show you about the power stroke of the engine. This is a 34mm stroked saw. It's going to need a little later exhaust roof opening to retain that torque and make the power of the longer stroked, smaller bored saw, if that makes any sense to you at all. Blowdown, I don't even really want to get into that discussion, but you know, my take on this, it's going to benefit from a little lower exhaust roof, a little shorter blowdown, keep the intake timing kind of moderate. You guys see where I'm getting at with this. When I get the cylinder off, I'll show you. I probably won't even touch the transfer pockets, or as you guys call the lowers. Ain't nothing there to do. Texture and it looks alright to me. They look fine. They're wide enough. I'll probably just leave them the hell alone. Before I pull this off, my goal with it is I'm going to clean up the squish band. I'm going to cut the base to where I've got enough room to slip a gasket in with my squish back to where I want it. We're going to throw it a little intake timing. We're going to raise the exhaust roof. Where we'll just have to see whether I give that out or not. I probably will. I don't try to keep secrets, and I know that there's no secrets to doing this stuff, guys. And the uppers, you know, we'll raise those. That's kind of the game plan on it. But right now, I guess I'll pause you guys. I'll yank. I've got a bolt in each corner of the cylinder. Pull it off, give you guys a look, and we'll go from there. I guess we can start by showing you guys the piston. Some of you guys thought that factory full circled 66 piston was pretty cool. There's a brand new replica of it, moly coated. Again, we get those from the Duke Traverse Creek Saw Shop, I think, or the Duke's Saw Salvage or something. He goes by a couple names, but hell, he's even here on YouTube, and I'm moving you guys around everywhere. Hopefully I can get some good decent light on this. Squish band, it's not as bad as I'm letting on, I guess. There's like about half of it has like a ring around the outer edge of it. You can barely see it, I guess, but I feel that band could benefit a little from cleaning it up, flattening it out a little. Again, I'm not going to take a lot of material out of it. Exhaust port, you know, those can always benefit from doing a little work. We'll widen it, it will be raised. So after I do the band cleanup and get the cylinder back lowered, we're going to have a even later exhaust port opening, I guess. But to these transfers, and I know the consensus is to really widen those. I just don't see any benefit to it at all. It may actually be detrimental to the saw. They look good to me. There's other saws here I've done on some of the videos where I've said the same thing, just left them alone. I've seen guys cut this bridge out of it. I really don't know what the purpose in that is. I don't know. Maybe trying to increase transfer volume or something in hopes of it making the saw pull harder. I don't know, but we ain't gonna do anything like that. We're gonna leave closed port cylinders, closed port. Honestly, it's probably something you shouldn't do. We may do a video on that. How not to port a cylinder. Boy, that'd really throw some fuel on some people's fires, I guess. But things that I know you shouldn't do. But the intake port, honestly, this one probably benefits some from flattening it out on the bottom a little. It pretty daggone wide and narrow, kind of put you in mind of a Mac 1010 port on the inside. Probably not that bad, but it's a little different than what I'm used to working with on the Husky saws. Been a while since I've done any of the 61s. 3 of the ones I've done were the later model saws that had all the 72 stuff on it anyway, but mine's one of the older ones, kind of in between, I guess. It'd be similar to 66, I guess, but it'd been a while since I've done that, like I said. But anyway, this video is probably all over the place. That's kind of a game plan on it. Machine work and squish first. Get all that dialed back in and lined out, and then we'll come up with something on the timing numbers. But I'm not talking like a 50cc low roof, but probably a little lower than what you're used to seeing other builders do on these. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Y'all stay safe. Have a good day.